Hi there, this video is next week's very aggressive, unsettled weather forecast UK 25. Like this video, press the thumbs up on the right side of the screen right this minute. The date today is the 14th February, Sunday afternoon guys, 25 across the UK right now. Talking about the upper globe sea temperature today we're interested in. The west coast of South America, east and central and western Pacific region, North Pacific Ocean, upper globe sea today, the North Atlantic, upper globe sea temperature today, of the west coast of Africa, upper globe sea temperature today, and the Gulf of Mexico, upper globe sea temperature today. Wow, wicked! This is a license to forecast the weather today, guys. Name's Bond 007. So, talk about unexpected weak La Nina forming in the east and central and western Pacific region right this minute, guys, which could well mean that northwestern Europe has a cold winter potentially across the UK. We could have a cold winter. We might get a cold start to it, or colder weather later in January into February. We might get a white Christmas because northwestern Europe potentially. This is my forecast at the moment. So I'll keep you tuned to my channel on Sun Gems. Talk about a lot of warm water across the tropics at the moment, which is filling up the opportunities. Well, probably bringing up the tropical storms threat towards the Caribbean islands, but there's dry air across the Gulf of Mexico around the Caribbean islands, which is protecting it from tropical storms and hurricanes across the Atlantic this year, which is good news at the moment, present-wise. And this is the American 12 GFS model featured for the future across the UK, across northwestern Europe. Talking about some very unsettled weather on the 21st, 22nd of 22nd of September, and then high pressure comes in after that, 24th, 25th September, and then it stays quite cold. Interesting is we've got a lot of northern blocking over Greenland and over Scandinavia, and also which is going on. Very interesting. Right, so present time you've got this a very strong wind, strong low pressure system coming in with very strong winds. That might be named Storm Amy, but it hasn't been named by the Net Office, Irish Net Office. Taking the low pressures behind it, unset weather, mainly across northwestern parts of the UK, a little bit drier in southeast southern regions into Saturday, the 20th of September and Sunday. Then the unset weather comes back into Monday that week after. It's dry in the south, high pressure comes in across the UK, low pressure system there, or high pressure system, or more or less, one or the other. And it's very interesting weather for the future across the UK. You've got an extra tropical storm coming towards the UK there by the looks of it from America, which is very interesting. This is the, you name it, upper air temperature for the future, and back some warm air down across the south, the UK. Cold air here trying to dig in, so that cold air trying to dig in this way. So it looks like it might turn colder as it turns to October. As it turns into October, 25 across northeastern parts of the UK, around Scotland, around the Grampians. I'll keep you tuned to my channel, Sunny Deals, about that one. The waste forecast, I have warnings, it's not guaranteed. And this is the upper air temperature, which I can tell locally with it today. Wow! And it's what? The 007 license to forecast. So about the upper air temperature, red line being the average temperature. While the temperature is going, the temperature is going to undulate them down for the next week or two, across waiting time locally. The green line is the operation. That's going quite high on the 21st of September. That might be a Indian summer day of 28 Celsius potentially, across waiting time locally. So about rainfall spikes down here. There's a lot of rainfall spikes, thundery showers, thunderstorms, unset weather conditions, like we can happen recently across September 25 across waiting time locally. This is the European present forecast for the temperature across the UK. Talking about above average temperatures there. You can see the red colour, and rainfall is above average, especially in the western parts of the UK. Drier further east, kind of a little bit of rain, but not too above average. This is the ECQBO. When the ECQBO is in place, that's the blue colour. That's what we've got now. Down here is where the tropical series, where the weather takes place. That means you've got dry weather coming up for this winter 2025, potentially, which will have a weak La Nina, which means we'll like to have colder and snowy weather. This is the weather forecast for my contain locally, present time. And we're looking at it right now. Talk about some very unsettled weather there for today. Monday, it's windy, very windy. Look out, 45 miles per hour. You can see what's going into the future there. Looks like nice weather next Saturday. Sunday looks a bit unsettled, but this forecast has changed. This is the weather forecast across the UK right now. Talking about rain coming across parts of the UK right this minute, which is fascinating. Very interesting, guys. This is the, you name it, potential tropical wave, which will turn to a depression in the next 2 to 3 days. Maybe, but it's very low chance. You can see that 10% chance, nothing to worry about. For you Americans, I wouldn't get too worried about it at the moment. Might hit Bermuda maybe. And this is the Arctic oscillation, and that is going to be negative, but going slightly positive to the future. But it's probably more, I say, more negative. And they're both in a great kind of. So it looks like it's going to say, well, you name it, unsettled across the UK, and like high pressure over Scandinavia and over Greenland. Please splash on Sign Gems on YouTube. Please put thumbs up right side of the screen. Believe my weather. The best one in the money. Splash on Sign Gems on YouTube.